Hare Krishna, my dear devotees. I will sing the Mangalacharana prayers and lead a short kirtan, and then we'll speak on the Bhagavad Gita. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desacharine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Jayam Vishnupad Varmans Paribrajakacharya Stotra Sutta Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Pariprajakacharya Astotra Sutta Srimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kundagiri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Glories to Srila Giriraj Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for attending our Sunday Love Feast program. This is a weekly program that we have been having for more than 40 years in this temple. So you invite anyone who has come here for the first time, also everyone who has been here for years. We have the extreme privilege to have His Holiness Giriraj Swami. He's part of our community and is very dear to lots of devotees in the community. He's guiding the community for several years as we progress on our spiritual path. Giriraj Swami joined Srila Prabhupada, who was our founding Acharya, in 1969, and since then he has led several different initiatives, including having a wonderful temple in Mumbai. He has a wonderful book that he has written about it and his experiences. Along with that, he is in charge of the Bhaktivedanta Ashram, the Kirtan Ashram, the Bhaktivedanta Hospice, palliative care units. He's a teacher at the Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education and a trustee at the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, which publishes all the books that Srila Prabhupada, our founder, has written and translated. These are Vedic texts that have existed for millennia, that Srila Prabhupada brought to a level where each one of us can practically understand and practice. And to that extent, we'll be speaking today and having a discussion from the Bhagavad Gita, which will last till about 6:30. 6:30 we'll have a few questions and answers. And then we'll be doing a few announcements, after which we'll be heading out to a sumptuous feast that has been prepared. So please hang in there. This is a wonderful event. So without further ado, we'll continue with the discussion on the Gita. Allow loud Hari Bol for his Giriraj Swami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my dear devotees. We shall read from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 18, conclusion, the perfection of renunciation, text 65. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Man, Mana, Bhava, Mad Bhakta, Madhyaji, Mam, Namaskuru, Mam, Eva, Eshyasi, Satyam, Te, Pratijane, Priya, Asi, Me, Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto, Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru, Mame Vaishyasi Satyam Te, Pratijane Priyosi Me, Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto, Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru, Mame Vaishyasi Satyam Te, Pratijane Priyosi Me. Mana, thinking of me. Bhava, just become. Mat Bhakta, my devotee. Mat Yaji, my worshipper. Mam, unto me. Namaskuru, offer your obeisances. Mam, unto me. Eva, certainly. Eshyasi, you will come. Satyam, truly. Te, to you. Pratijane, I promise. Priya, dear. Asi, you are. May, to me. Translation. Always think of me, become my devotee. Worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this, because you are my dear friend. Please repeat. Always think of me. Become my devotee. Worship me. And offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this, because you are my very dear friend. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. One should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. So it is the basic principle of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti to always remember Krishna and never forget him. It is stated that all the positive injunctions are servants of the one positive injunction to always remember Krishna, and all the negative prohibitions are servants of the one negative prohibition to never forget Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is in such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in the association of Krishna face to face. So this is our goal, and the present verse in the Bhagavad Gita tells us how we can reach that goal. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is the dear friend of Krishna. Yes, earlier in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains why he spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. As Srila Prabhupada says, Arjuna was not a Brahman, he was not a sannyasi, he was a kshatriya and a grihastha. So why did Krishna choose Arjuna to receive the all-important knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita? And Krishna says, Bhaktosi me sakha cheti, because you are my devotee and my dear friend. So Bhagavad Gita is meant for devotees. Without being a devotee, one cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhaktosi me sakha cheti. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is the dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjuna. It is very encouraging. These words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the very form with two hands carrying a flute, the bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feathers in his hair. There are descriptions of Krishna found in the Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind on the original form of Godhead, Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi-forms, as Vishnu, Narayan, Rama, Varaha, etc. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna's. And then the next verse, also very important, most important. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja am tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayismami suchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion. Knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of the Supersoul, knowledge of the different types of orders and statuses of social life, Varnashram Dharma, knowledge of the renounced order of life, sannyas. Knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all the processes that have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions, for the Lord personally promises to protect him. In the 7th chapter, it was said that only one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to the worship of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the surrendering process. To such doubts, it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by the process of surrendering to Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. The process of surrendering to Krishna is described in the Hari Bhakti Vilas 11.676. This is very important. Anukulasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjana rakshasyaiti vishvaso gopchiptre varanam tata atma nikshepa karpanye sadvida sharanagati. So anukulyasya sankalpa means one should accept whatever is favorable. Pratikulyasya varjanam, one should reject whatever is unfavorable. Rakshasyati vishvaso, one should have faith that Krishna will protect him. Gopchipte varanam tata. Atma nikshepa karpanye. Sadvidi sharanagati. These are the 6 divisions of surrender. According to the devotional process, one should simply accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in the social order. But if by executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. It's shrama eva hi kevalam. He simply wasted his time. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that in all circumstances, Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. Rakshisyatiti vishvaso. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think himself helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis for his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord, in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes free from all contamination of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory processes by cultivation of knowledge, meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrenders unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simple surrender unto Krishna will save him from unnecessarily wasting time. One can thus make all progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to the impersonal Brahman vision. Some of them are attracted by the Supersoul feature, etc. But one who is attracted to the personal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and above all, one who is attracted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna himself, is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotional service to Krishna in full consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge, and this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma yogis, empiric philosophers, mystics, and devotees are all called transcendentalists. But one who is a pure devotee is the best of all. The particular words used here, masucha, don't fear, don't hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as to how one can give up all kinds of religious forms and simply surrender unto Krishna. But such worry is useless. So, my dear devotees, Lord Krishna has given very clear instructions, especially here at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. And by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, we have been given the process of Bhakti Yoga, by which we can fulfill the instructions and the desires of Lord Krishna. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami enumerates 64 items of devotional service. But he says that of the 64, 5 are most potent, and a little association with any one of the 5 can awaken dormant love for Krishna. So what are the 5? Sadhu Sangha, association with devotees, and there's a specific definition of Sadhu Sangha that Rupa Goswami gives. But Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtana, chanting the holy names, Bhagavat Shravana, hearing Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, Mathura Vasa, residing in Mathura, And Srila Prabhupada has explained that all of his temples where Krishna is the center and everyone is working together in the service of Krishna for the pleasure of Krishna are Vaikuntha. So Mathura Vasa and Murti Shadanvita Sevana, to worship the deity with faith and veneration. So Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtana, Bhagavat Shravana, Mathura Vasa, and Murti Shadanvita Sevana. And Rupa Goswami gives a precise definition of Sadhu Sangha. Swajati ashaye snigde sadhu sangha swato vare. Swajatiya, in a literal sense, means in the same caste or community, and in our context it would mean a follower of Srila Prabhupada. Swajati ashaye snigde, and snigde means that the sadhu should be affectionate to you. Swajati ashaye snigde sadhu sangha swatovare. And swatovare means that the sadhu should be more advanced than you. So that's one of the 5 most potent items of devotional service. Sadhu sangha, nama kirtana, bhagavat shravana. And we can engage in all of these here at this temple. All of these processes are followed in this temple. And you can do them at home also. But yeah, as Krishna has been saying, and as Srila Prabhupada has been explaining, we should mold our lives in such a way that 24 hours a day we cannot but think of Krishna. That will purify us, and in the end qualify us or enable us to go back home, back to Godhead, and associate with Krishna eternally in pastimes of love. And especially in Kali Yuga, it is recommended Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Eva Kevalam, Kalona Stevana, Stevana, Steva Gatiranita. One should chant the holy names, chant the holy names, chant the holy names of Hari, Krishna. There is no other way, no other way, no other way for success in this age of Kali. So as Srila Prabhupada said in a lecture in Los Angeles, if you've got time, chant Hare Krishna. Don't speak nonsense. Don't waste time. Chant Hare Krishna. So whenever we have time, and we always have time, we should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And always remember Krishna, never forget him. Smartavya satatav Krishna, vismartavya najatu chit. One should always remember Krishna and never forget him. And as I mentioned, Kinkara, all the positive injunctions are servants of the one positive injunction to always remember Krishna. Smartavya satatam Vishnu. And all the negative prohibitions are servants of the one negative prohibition to never forget Krishna. Smartavya najatu chit. So, my dear devotees, thank you for listening so patiently and attentively. Now, if any of you have any questions or any comments, any reflections you would like to share, you can raise your hand. Yes?
Guru Maharaj, thank you so much for your association. Thank you so much for your association. Um, 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 in the purport you read that the segment of that Krishna will always protect, that a devotee is not put into difficulty. At the same time, we see devotees go through many difficulties externally where they seem to be protected by Krishna eventually. But sometimes we see that those difficulties also overwhelm their small spiritual attempts. So how do we understand Krishna's plan?
Well, everyone in the material world faces difficulties, not just devotees. And when difficulties come, the devotees should take more shelter of Krishna. Yeah, there's a very nice verse in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is quoted by Srila Prabhupada in the Nectar of Devotion, or by Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And the basic, under the item, expecting the mercy of the Lord. And the idea is that that when difficulties arise, the devotee should serve the Lord, increase his service to the Lord with body, mind, and words. And one who passes his time in that way, Mukti Sadaya Bhak, he inherits the kingdom of God. Yes, the commentary on this verse says, Mukti Pade Sadaya Bhak, that just as a son has to do nothing but remain alive to inherit the property of the father, similarly, all a devotee has to do is to remain alive in Krishna consciousness by chanting the holy names and following the regulative principles, and he will inherit the kingdom of God. So, we should not be discouraged if there are reversals. There will be reversals, but we should see every situation as an opportunity to increase our surrender to Krishna and dependence on Krishna. Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So my question was, in the purport, Prabhupada had mentioned that we should mainly focus on the Lord's form, like the Supreme Lord Krishna, even though he has many other forms like Ram and Vishnu and Narayan. My question is, if you're attached to a particular form of the Lord that may not be the ultimate form, like the Supreme Lord, is that still okay? Will you still be able to gain qualities of a devotee? But it said that devotees are recommended to focus on mainly Krishna's form, right? But if you're more attached to Jagannath or Nrsingadev, is there any slight deviation or anything?
Is there any?
Deviation is...
No. I mean, Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all the other forms come from him. But there are devotees who have special attraction say to Lord Ramachandra. And that's fine. Lord Chaitanya had two devotees who were especially attracted to Lord Ramachandra, and he appreciated them. He accepted them as his dear devotees. But usually in the beginning, we don't have any particular attraction to any particular form of Godhead, and so we just focus on Krishna. And all the other forms are included within him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. In the purport, Prabhupada said that one shouldn't think about how to keep body and soul together. One should leave that to Krishna. And I was curious because in our practical example, we see devotees are very much practically absorbed in how to be materially and spiritually balanced. That seems, that instruction seems maybe for more of a sannyasi, or is it applied for all devotees, or just curious?
It applies to all devotees in the sense that you don't have to worry about it. Krishna will take care, as Srila Prabhupada says. But at the same time, especially grihastas, they need to work, and working to earn money to maintain one's Krishna-conscious lifestyle is not against the principles of devotional service. It's within the range of devotional service, because the ultimate goal is Krishna consciousness. So, yeah.
Please do not be shy. Are there any other questions? Thank you, Giriraj Swami Maharaj, for the wonderful discussion. Thank you, devotees, for participating in the discussion by being very attentive. We'll be showing a small presentation on the temple, as Giriraj Maharaj explained, is a place where we get educated on how to practice spiritual life in a practical way, how to remember Krishna, how to remain on the spiritual platform 24 hours a day, remembering our service to the Lord. And His Holiness has written several books inspired by the teachings of our founder, Srila Prabhupada, that elaborate based on his experiences, practical experiences of his participation in helping Srila Prabhupada build this educational institution, this spiritual institution, this cultural institution. And so we have a small presentation about his journey, and of course a presentation of the books that he has written. He's a very prolific writer and a very wonderful elaborator on the principles of spiritual life. I don't even think that's a word, but really appreciate that you please pay attention to this wonderful video and stay for a few minutes to then have a few announcements about the wonderful books that are there. So, Acharya Nishta Prabhu, would you be
You should write. This is your first business. Go on writing.
This instruction was given to His Holiness Giriraj Swami personally by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada in 1971 and repeated over the years. In more than 5 decades since, Giriraj Swami has served Srila Prabhupada faithfully and tirelessly, sharing his experiences and realizations with us in his books. Have you ever wondered how service to God relates to service to man? What was Srila Prabhupada's vision that led people around the world to chant Krishna's names?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Watering the seed is an invaluable offering to all aspirants on the path of devotion, with many wonderful personal exchanges between Srila Prabhupada and his dear disciple. Giriraj Swami kindly shares his realizations with the honesty, wisdom, and humility for which he is known and loved. It transports us into Srila Prabhupada's intimate association during some of the most historic moments of ISKCON's development.
It's like in the sky there is one moon only, and there are millions of stars. But one more, despite the whole darkness of the night. Similarly, at least those who are taken to Krishna consciousness, each of you become a moon and enlighten the world.
Oh hey Vaishnava Guru, Yara Saguru, Gauri.
great souls described in these pages are bright, full moons of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Their lives are living instructions. Their activities, chandrikas, cooling, illuminating moonbeams of Vaishnava sharing, teaching, and realization.
With their unconditional love and dedication to Srila Prabhupada, these personalities built this worldwide movement and gifted it to us, to be nurtured by it and to serve.
An exclusive treatise on one's last days of life that gives readers the resource to face death squarely. And deal successfully with that often fearful and painful, but also saving moment. Down to earth and practical as well as scriptural, both fresh and mature. It draws us in with superb narrative and also answers tough questions about death and dying.
Drawing from both spiritual leaders and experts in the field of hospice and palliative medicine, life's final exam has universal application.
One of the most important books about Srila Prabhupada, it's about Srila Prabhupada and his Leela of years of heartbreak and struggle in Juhu, Mumbai. No one else can write this book like His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj.
Srila Prabhupada's struggle to establish Hare Krishna land and build a temple for Sri Sri Radharasa Bihari in Juhu on the outskirts of Bombay was perhaps the greatest effort of his preaching movement. By the strength of his desire, an overgrown plot of land in what had been a remote fishing village, infested with rats, snakes, and mosquitoes, became a place of pilgrimage and devotional service. And after a prolonged and arduous but victorious struggle, when the conveyance was finally signed, he declared, "It was a good fight. Someone should write a book about it."
I'll Build You a Temple transports us into one of the great events of our time. It is a story of surrender on the path of pure love, an incomparable story that many have tried to relate, but which no one will ever be able to tell like His Holiness Giriraj Swami.
From the beginning, Giriraj Swami served the Juhu project in various roles for 30 years and spent years researching, writing, and preparing the book for publication. It is part of ISKCON history, a complement to Srila Prabhupada's Leela.
This book is a page-turner to the highest degree. Once you begin, you just can't put it down.
Giriraj Swami has written his fifth book, Dancing White Elephants. Traveling with Srila Prabhupada in India, August 1970 to March 1972. Covering visits to Amritsar, Indore, Surat, Bombay, Calcutta, Allahabad, Gorakhpur, Delhi, Madras, and Mayapur. In some 400 pages of text and 17 images, Dancing White Elephants, with the foreword by Malati Dasi, who was present for most of the adventures, will captivate the minds and hearts of readers and increase their attachment to and love for Srila Prabhupada and his white elephants, his disciples who helped him in his mission.
Through Maharaj's carefully chosen words, you will see the exquisite sights and feel like you are living the experiences that were part of establishing the Hare Krishna movement in India. You will meet incredible devotees who became pillars of this movement through their own storied spiritual growth and advancement, and be introduced to seemingly ordinary persons whose lives became transformed by contact with Prabhupada and his dancing white elephants, just as he envisioned.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta